Okay, so Oscar's on the phone right now. He's waiting for you to call. So get off your butts, get on the phone. 312-738-1060. Paula, where are you, babe? Oscar's missing you. He wants to see you so bad. He wants to talk to you. He's sitting there. He's waiting. He wants to see you. So last week's show, I got to tell you, had to be one of the best shows we've done. I want to thank Ski for calling in because we got a lot of good information out. And at our meeting the following night, which was Wednesday night, the 20th, a lot of good feedback. Old man Phil, he had so much good stuff to say about Ski, which not a lot of people do have things to say about Ski. He seriously wished that we would have won an hour. And I'm telling you right now, we walked out of this booth, and I even told Omari, the guy who runs all of CAN TV, he's the boss. He runs everything here. I told him we should have had an hour tonight. So we can't bump nobody. Anyways, we do have stuff coming up. We are planning on, I don't think we're going to be here for the Christmas Eve show. That's coming up. That would be December 24th, Christmas Eve. No, you see, I have this little thing at my house called the great-granddaughter that I will be partying with. Yes, me and her, tea party. Yep, 2 years old. So, not going to be here. No, we're not doing a Christmas Eve show.
3 more shows.
So we have 3 more shows left. If there's anything you want to see, any topics you want us to talk about, like the helmet law that's coming up, that's serious. They're putting together a big helmet law. If you're not a member, now's the time for you to start joining so we can fill our numbers. Going to be a helmet law. They're pushing it. Madigan's on his way out. He's going to jail. Cullerton's going to jail. Sandoval's going to jail. Everybody's going to jail. There's going to be nobody left to write helmet law bills. So, Mary Flowers, we're watching you, babe. Yes. Mary Flowers, watching you. Anyways, our next meeting is going to be at the brewery, of course. That's our pre-Christmas meeting. See? That's going to be December 18th at the brewery, as usual, 3848 North Harlem Avenue. And when we take a break from our meetings there, like August, we weren't there for the whole month. We walked in September, and the woman was nervous. She goes, I thought you guys left us. In the spring and summertime, we have our meetings outside. It's awesome. Got a nice beer garden to sit around in, have beer in, or whiskey, or tequila, a lot of tequila, mas tequila. Come out and join us. At the meeting on December 18th, we're going to be having a lot of fun there. You never know. We're going to be giving away some raffle prizes that day. No money. No money. We're just going to give you some raffle tickets. We're going to give away 3 or 4 little trinkets, baubles, beads, pens, something. And make sure you come to that meeting. If you have not renewed your membership, this is the time to do it. My advice, because everybody keeps saying, oh, when should I renew? All right, we've got this thing coming up. Watch this. I'll show you how easy this is. This is so easy, Oscar can do it. We got the chili party coming up, February 8th. If you don't remember when to renew your membership, do it at one of our events. This is going to be at the River Park Moose, so at 8601 West Fullerton Avenue, Fullerton, 5th Avenue, right there at the cutoff. Renew your membership at that. Renew your membership at the Spring Fling. Renew your membership at our membership party. That's the best way to remember when to renew. Buying a 1-year membership, that's cool. Buy a 5-year, you don't have to worry about us talking about you like you're a dog for 5 years, or at least 4. So, like Sam Johnson, he bought a 1-year membership for him and Nikki. Sam and Nikki, love them. Bumpy and Gummy, as they're known to us. He got a membership renewal from the state, sent that in too. Now he's got 2 years. Thank you, Sam. Love you too. Okay, Big Pete. What? Are you sure? Okay, so in case you're not watching, let me just send this text real quick. Okay, So Big Pete doesn't know that we have a TV show. He's just a member of A.B.A.T.E, but doesn't pay attention. Every Tuesday night, until Omari throws us out at the end of the year, we have a TV show. So if you want to call in, we're at 312-738-1060. Back to membership. Renew your membership at one of our events. You'll never forget when to renew it. That's how we got John and Debbie, Sleepy and Moon. They came to the Spring Fling. They never left us. Never left us. So we have a caller. So go ahead, Oscar. Put a caller through. Jello.
Hey, how we doing today, PJ? It's Ski.
Ski, you ready to do another, just a quick half hour? Because I don't know if you were watching, but last week, after the show, we thought we could have used another half hour, and when we got to our meeting the following night, everybody wanted to know what else is going on. So I'm just telling everybody about the helmet law that's coming up.
Yeah. You've got the NTSB and some other federal groups are trying to push bicycle helmets in all 50 states.
Well, I didn't say bicycle. I said helmet.
I know.
But we know what that means.
Helmet. Yeah. Unfortunately, what happens is people go, well, if we got to do it for bicycles, why not do it for motorcycles?
Exactly.
So that's always a problem for us. But you guys actually have a bigger problem up there in Chicago. Just started 2 days ago.
Go ahead.
We talked about autonomous vehicles last week, and lo and behold, article in the Chicago Tribune yesterday, a company called Audubon, who I actually met out in D.C. last year, is now testing driverless semi-trucks on the Jane Addams up there in Chicago.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, so you now have 80,000 pounds being piloted by a robot with a human driver in the seat, but the human driver only takes over if they sense that something has gone wrong. This is what we call level 3 autonomous testing.
And if the human driver isn't watching Netflix.
Exactly, which is what happened in Arizona with the Uber accident. Turned out they were watching The Voice, their favorite show, when that fatal accident occurred. But now you have 80,000 pounds doing 65 to 70 miles per hour, and it depends on what the delay is from when that driver detects that there's a problem to the time that they take control of the vehicle.
Right, and I think on the Jane Addams, it might be like on 57 or 55 where trucks are at a reduced speed, Ski.
Okay.
So I don't know what the trucking company policies are. I don't know if you know about it, the lawsuit that was up here where they told the drivers to put it on autopilot and drive at a certain speed no matter what. But there was a big lawsuit about that, and somebody won a lot of money on that lawsuit. So, I mean, we all know that we do 8 to 10 miles over. Everybody does.
Yep.
Trucks, if they're doing 8 to 10 miles over, that's more distance that they have to stop that they're not going to have when it comes time to stop in an emergency. And now we're talking about an autonomous vehicle that the driver is not really driving. Now what?
Yeah, that is exactly the issue. I will give Audubon credit. They are one of the better companies for this, but this is still a problem. The problem being there really is no rule or regulation on these vehicles in Illinois because the legislature doesn't want to step up and do anything. And now they're going to put more lives at risk as a field test of an unproven technology.
Are these vehicles marked, Ski? Are these trucks marked?
No, you won't be able to tell it from any other vehicle other than what you're going to try to look for is sensors on the outside that kind of give a clue that it's being piloted by a robot.
Right.
But what we've seen down here, just north of me, is a company called Autonomous Stuff in Morton, Illinois. And one of the things that they do really well at is they hide these sensors so you can't tell that that is an autonomous vehicle. And it's part of a government testing. What they're looking to do is make the vehicles look just like regular vehicles so you don't react any differently to it. Now, there are some that say that that's unethical, and they believe that autonomous vehicles should be clearly labeled. Some are, some aren't. And these, I doubt, will be labeled.
I can't believe that they're actually trying it up here in the city. You know, they must be looking for a reaction from, big cities, to see what the traffic problems are going to be like up here.
Well, they're solely
in other words,
doing
we're
it
guinea
on the
pigs.
Jane Addams. Yeah, we're guinea pigs, and that's just it. That's the thing is, these companies want to use us as the guinea pig for their technology rather than doing responsible and ethical testing in cyberspace and on closed circuit testing off-road. And that's a huge problem. There's no standard for how well the vehicle has to be able to see. There's no standard for how well it has to be able to react. You know, you and I, we have to pass a road test. We have to show that we can see so well. These robots, nope, they don't have to do a single thing.
No, and you know, not to get on a different subject, but if you can imagine all the movies we've seen where AI takes over and everything just goes to crap. See,
Well,
I stopped
it's
myself
one-
that time.
Yeah,
And really, what these movies were telling us from the 40s on up till now is that it's not a good thing to have, you know, artificial intelligence taking over for human intelligence. Well, I can't say human intelligence because that phrase makes me laugh.
and let's be clear about what the goal is here. What they want is they want to replace semi-drivers. They don't want to replace semi-drivers. They don't want to pay them what they're worth. So now they're facing a driver shortage. So rather than pay people what they're worth, they want to just replace them with a robot and put more people out of work.
Right.
And that's what the whole deal is with autonomous semis. Autonomous semis are a horrible idea. They should not be permitted. But yet here we are in Illinois facing a test of that technology. Gets better though. You mentioned movies. You know, one of the things I like to try to tell people, these companies call themselves highly automated driving systems. They use terms like artificial intelligence. That they try to portray themselves like they're as advanced as like the Terminator or something. Really, what these things basically are the Johnny cabs from Total Recall. You know, that really annoying cab that's just supposed to get you from one point to the other.
Right. Ski, I'm going to play a video. Can you stand by while I get this video up?
Sure thing. Yep.
Okay.
This is Loma Linda, a place with one of the highest life expectancies in the country.
You see so many people walking around here, and they're hundreds.
So how do you stay financially well for all those extra years?
Okay, it wants to do a commercial before I can do the video. So, this is a video about from
But I'm working on it now.
I think it was CNBC. Self-driving trucks likely to hit the roads before passenger cars, and this is November 22nd, 2019. So,
time horizon of the
here we go.
adoption of autonomous driving vehicles. I think people tend to be super optimistic at the beginning and suddenly become very pessimistic. But I think that shouldn't be the case either, because if you all the guests in the NASA area, you'll definitely see we have almost 30 vehicles testing the whole NASA area, even in the busy rush hours. So you'll see the vehicles actually being able to handle complex driving situations and very, very complex driving scenarios.
Yeah, but James, isn't at the end of the day, the nirvana is not autonomous driving vehicles for us, it's long-haul trucks and things of that nature. I mean, that's where the real benefit is. Like, I don't really, you know, I don't care about jumping in a car and driving for 15 or 20 minutes. Like, I don't, you know, I'm not going to need autonomous driving for 15 or 20 minutes, but if I'm a truck driver and I have to go from Phoenix, Arizona to Chicago and drive across Nebraska and Utah and all those other states, I'll get the wrong ones in the middle, for hours and hours, and the regulations make me pull over, and I can only drive for a certain amount of time, and I can have that truck be autonomous. I mean, that would be the amazing breakthrough, rather than Edith and I being able to drive, you know, around the streets of Nansha to, you know, in a car.
No, it's both, right?
I know it's both, but I think that the trucks are in my mind, the truck is much more the better, you know, path for a lot of people.
No, I think the trucks, the passenger vehicles, the short range delivery vehicles.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think all of those are definitely there's a big market for them to be autonomous.
Short range delivery, especially here in China, would be amazing, right?
Yeah. But the fundamental technology is the same.
It's all the same.
The way to make them scalable is the same. The way to actually how do you efficiently manufacture this type of vehicles is the same. So I'll say there's a benefit as well. Also for the passenger vehicles, the thing that not everyone has the luxury to access to them, right? In a way, not everyone owns a vehicle. Also, it's a big hassle to own a passenger vehicle.
That's a millennial.
So
That's a millennial thing, right? That's our children who don't want to own a car because they can use go jump in Didi all day long.
So what we've learnt, I think, is that you need to be adaptable to local situations. I think your experience of the difference between running your cars on Chinese roads versus running your cars on American roads is very instructive, because people behave differently when it comes to road manners here and in the United States.
All right, Ski, we're back. But you see what I mean? Right away, they're talking about going from the West Coast to Chicago. So they're basically telling you we're doing that right now.
Yeah, they're wanting to. Fortunately, there's a public reporting somewhat about the test. A.B.A.T.E really hasn't been doing the best job of letting people know when these things are going on. You pretty much have to find out through the media. We're working on that. But yeah, this is their intent, is to push this technology, whether it's ready or not, and use the public as their field test.
Well, it is not ready, and they are using the public, so it's here.
Yep. Yeah.
In fact, I think you and I talked last year, or maybe last season, and we said, it's not far down the road. They're saying 5 to 8 years. It's here already.
Yeah.
This is their 5 to 8 year plan.
Yeah, there's already level 2 systems in terms of GM has the Super Cruise. That's considered a level 2.
Right.
And then you've got whatever Tesla thinks they're doing, which is their level 3 implementation, where the vehicle drives itself and the human only interacts when they need to. And that system has killed, what are we at, 4 people now?
Yep. And don't forget, you've got these other vehicles that got that automatic parking thing. Where the car parks itself,
parking.
You pull up and tell it to park. So really, that's autonomous right there.
It is a level of autonomy. It's a level 1, level 2 implementation there. SAE, Society of American Engineering, has classified the 5 different levels of autonomy. And the holy grail for these people is level 5, which is where the vehicle doesn't have any driving controls whatsoever for the human to interact with.
Yeah, that's not good.
They've talked about some of the bigger picture things with this technology is maybe on your commute home, a grocery store pays a little bit extra, and now the vehicle takes its route right by that grocery store and offers you, a discount at the grocery store.
But you're not in the damn car.
You're in the car, and the car drives you by there because this company has paid extra to have your route rerouted near them.
Oh, like a Jewel or Whole Foods or something like that. Kroger's.
Or Walmart or something. This is the kind of stuff that they're hoping to do with this technology 10 to 15 years down the road, is you basically become another product to be marketed to the whole time while you're on your commute.
Well, they're doing this in China already.
Yes.
Yeah, I was watching another CNBC special where in China they're showing the trucks, and they're labeled. I can't read Chinese, obviously, but they're labeled. And I seen I want to say it's New England. The big New England trucks. Have you ever seen those?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, one of them said it had the New England logo on it, just like we see on our roads here. And I was like, holy crap. That could be right here. We wouldn't even know it. You do know we're going to have spotters, right?
We hope.
Yeah, we're going to have people out there just trying to catch, which ones are which. Hopefully they don't try to do something stupid like try to cut it off just to see, is it one of those autonomous vehicles?
And that's kind of part of where the ethics debate is as to whether or not they should be labeled or not. Because, there are people that are trying to mess with them. And there's also people that drive differently around them to totally avoid them.
Right.
So that's where you run into the issue of whether it's a label or not. But there are, all sorts of issues with the technology and implementing it. and nobody is really taking a closer look at these issues to make it work better with the public.
So at the level 5, I can get up in the morning, get on my bike, and just tell it to take me to Sturgis?
Well, if we go level 5, the odds are your bike won't be on the road.
That I do
That's
know.
the easiest way.
You know what I'm
That's the
saying, though,
easiest way to
right?
put it. Yeah. Yeah, so the idea with level 4 and 5 actually are you would tell it where you want to go and the vehicle just takes you there.
Yeah, but what
The
about my
difference-
motorcycle, my autonomous motorcycle?
Well, BMW and Honda both are working on that. BMW does have an autonomous motorcycle. They don't plan on selling it to the public. They're using it for testing.
So how's it
But
staying
that
up
would-
then? Like a gyroscope?
Gyroscopes. Yep, they use gyroscopes.
Ah,
Yeah.
see,
Honda.
I'm a biker and
Honda
I'm
makes-
smart ski.
Yep. Honda makes a CB model over in Japan that they're getting ready to come out with that not only will it stay up no matter what, but you can tell it to follow you, and it will follow you like a dog.
So you're telling me Jimbo could even ride this bike without falling down?
Yeah, that is something what we're looking at.
Wow. That I'd like
Yeah.
to see, because I know a lot of guys that should not get on their bikes at certain times of the night, and they do.
Yep. Yeah.
That's unbelievable. All this technology, I mean, where's it going to end? Pretty soon, they won't need us. In the year 2525.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I know exactly what you mean. That's the thing that we have to worry about here is the people who are pushing this technology view it like anti-lock brakes, and they look forward to the time where the government says everybody has to use an autonomous vehicle, and then you lose the freedom of self-movement because nobody's calling attention to what these companies are doing now.
Exactly. I think, I don't know if it was Logan's Run or one of those movies, but the $6 Million Man was in it, and they were chasing him, and he went to this secret garage that he had stashed away. He had a gas-powered, fossil fuel-powered car, a muscle car, and he took off in it. And you think about it and you go, yeah, that was just a movie. Guess what? Here it comes.
Yep.
You're going to have to hide all your fossil fuel cars. There'll be all them electronic, well, I won't say it was a bad thing, but I was watching that thing with the new Tesla Sport Wagon or whatever, War Wagon, whatever you want to call it.
The armored truck that the softball shattered the windows on.
I was not surprised when that window broke. I really wasn't.
Bear in mind, so that's Tesla's pattern of whenever their stock price is headed down, they do a product unveil and then the stock price goes back up.
Somebody ordered 200,000 units. In like 3
That's what they're
days,
saying.
200,000 units were ordered. I don't know if they're paid
Yep.
for, but they were ordered.
They're still not slated for release until 2022, and if it's anything like the Model X, that's very similar. That they've been pre-ordered for the last 3 years and they still haven't shown up.
Yeah, I wonder if they're even in production. This guy might be just scamming everybody out of their money.
Well, remember last time his stock price was taking a beating, he unveiled the Tesla semi-truck and then said he had all these big orders, and then very quietly 4 months later they announced the project had been canceled.
Yeah, see? You know what? That's called billionaires playing with your little dollars. That's all it
Yep.
is. Oh, and by the way,
And bear in mind,
speaking of billionaires, you know what I said about Bloomberg? He could keep his ass out of Illinois and Chicago. We don't want him here.
I haven't even started to look at his positions yet.
He hates everything. He hates everything from A to Z and everything in between. Anything you think is a freedom, he hates. So you're not going to go hunting with him. You're not going to go to the range with him. You're not going to ride motorcycles with him. He is just, oh wait, you can't drink sugary beverages with him. He's bad. He's bad for everybody. And then to wait till the last minute and go, throw a couple of my millions in there to try to win. So Bernie Sanders ripped his ass open on the TV this morning. So that was cool. Bernie, I don't like Bernie Sanders, but when he did that, I loved it. Ski, I love you. We got to wrap up right now. I'll be getting a hold of you. We got to get your butt down here, or up here, as we say, and do a show with us.
Whenever I can get time off the day job, man, I'll try.